Hey everybody, it's Mr. P. I am here with Mrs. Cunningham.
Bonjour,
Madam,
bonjour, bonjour.
how are you doing out there?
I am good. We are surviving over here in the Cunningham's
Thanks,
household.
thanks for doing this. I'm so glad that we connected, and just seeing
I
you
know I miss
puts a
seeing you
smile
every
on my
day.
face. I know, I miss seeing you.
I know.
Let's jump right in. So you've seen at least a little bit of the previous videos we've put
I
out there.
have. They're awesome. Thanks so
And
much for doing this.
thank you. And I start every video with, I just want to know what you had for dinner last night more than anything. Let's hear it.
Oh gosh, what did I have for dinner last night? We had, well, Chloe had macaroni and cheese, unicorn macaroni and cheese, and her dad and I had like one of those frozen things that you put in a pan, and it was chicken parm stuff.
Like a TV dinner type of thing, an encore.
Sort of, only you put it in a pan on the stove and
Let's not pretend you're not, you're, it's a TV dinner.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
How was it?
It was actually really good.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, that's good.
I recommend it.
Nice.
I don't know, you find it in your frozen section of your local
Yeah.
supermarket.
When the frozen food section of the supermarket has food in it and can be
Yeah,
a thing.
so I actually am not the one who goes food shopping. And so I have no idea what a supermarket looks like as of recent. So.
We've been a few times, but I still tell the story of the first time I went right after we came home from school. It was one of the most eerie experiences I've ever been part of. There was no
shelves, like,
just empty shelves. Yeah, just crazy. I actually ran into your husband in the supermarket.
I remember he said that he had seen you and Melissa. So.
I felt so guilty because this was before masks were like required. He was masked up, and I was like ready to have conversation. He obviously was just there to get in and out. He had no time for small talk. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, would you like to know what I had for dinner?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what did you have for dinner last night?
Obviously, we have to
bring
bring
it
it back.
You guys are always like cooking good things. So.
Well, with the number of kids that we have, it's like a machine. I mean, we can't keep stuff stocked, so we go through it really quick. Last night we had nothing fancy. We had grilled cheese sandwiches and soup.
My favorite.
Yeah,
that is legit one of my most favorite meals. What kind of soup?
Tomato soup, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we had a grilled cheese with bacon and tomato soup.
Patrick Palomini.
I wish I could get my children and wife on the camera right now, because the idea that there was tomato on the grilled cheeses kind of threw a couple of them for a loop. Obviously, it's the best sandwich known to man.
My absolute favorite.
Yeah.
So my mom always makes grilled cheese. Mm-hmm. If I ever go to her house and she's like, "What do you want me to make?" I'm like, "Grilled cheese," because she makes the best grilled cheese. Yeah. But I have to be honest, Mr. Cunningham has made grilled cheese a lot for us for lunch, and he might actually make a better grilled cheese than my mom. So.
Oh wow.
Grilled cheese is one of my top things to eat. So.
Mrs. Reynolds, if you're out there, there's no doubt you make a better grilled cheese.
No offense. You can still make grilled cheese whenever we can see each other again.
Comfort food, and we're all eating comfort food right now. Yeah. I mean, this is the stuff, we want stuff to put some meat on our bones. Nobody's eating salads and eating healthy. We're all eating we don't have time for that.
Salad.
No way. So tell me how you're making out at home. How's life?
It's good. I think we are getting into like a new routine, a new normal. So, it is definitely interesting. I don't really have much experience chasing around 3-year-olds all day.
Right.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun. Chloe.
It's almost like a once in a lifetime experience, hopefully. But you're forced into putting yourself into a situation where you see the silver lining.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been nice to,
How's Chloe doing?
How is she?
Yeah, like how does Chloe? Obviously, I think she's too young to know what's going on.
So she is used to seeing her grandparents a lot. My parents watch her on Fridays during the school year. So. We've been FaceTiming a lot, but she doesn't quite understand why, like, we just can't go see them and they can't come see us. Yeah. And she understands the coronavirus because why can't we do this? the coronavirus. And she goes,
my young guys are the same way. Yeah.
Mommy, why coronavirus? And I'm like, I don't know, girl. But
my little guys hate coronavirus. We hate coronavirus.
Yeah. I don't like coronavirus. Right. That's what she says. Yes. So it is definitely hard. Like she goes, when am I going back to Jackie's? That's her it's Mr. Myers, the basketball coach. Mm-hmm. She goes there for daycare during the day. And so I think it's been a little bit hard for her, like adjusting to being home with us all the time, but she loves it.
Is she staying in a routine?
And we FaceTime with Jackie and her kids too. So.
Okay. Is she staying in a routine of getting up and bedtime and things like that?
Yeah. So I am, and I'm a very big stickler for routine. Mm-hmm. So, we wake up, we have breakfast, we do a couple of like alphabet things or numbers, Spanish, French, because you got to throw that stuff in there.
Absolutely.
And then we play outside, or we play down in our basement with her toys. We brought over our hammock it's been in Sean's dad's garage since we moved. So we brought it over. So like, that's her favorite thing to do now, is to just swing on the hammock.
The little things.
Yeah. So we've been doing a lot of that.
You've been doing the Disney sing-along?
What?
The Disney sing-along I've seen on Facebook?
Yes, every day. She actually asked to do it again this morning. But then we switched over to just watching the Wiggles.
Okay. So that's nice.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of Just Dance Disney on YouTube. Her favorite is Aladdin.
You should be posting this stuff.
So
the world wants to see.
I'm sure everyone wants to see me dancing like the genie in Just Dance on YouTube.
We could all use our imagination, you know. What's it like? You guys are in such a unique situation because there you go. You're in such a unique spot because you and Mr. Cunningham, 2 teachers in the house. How do you manage when you guys are trying to do lessons or schoolwork at the same time? Do you separate yourselves in the house?
Yeah, so we both have our own like little office space. So he's in his office, I'm in my little office craft room space. For me personally, I've been posting all of my stuff on Mondays for the entire week. So my weekends are really busy. My Sunday night is crazy. I haven't been going to sleep before like 3:30 a.m. on Sunday night.
Because I like the students. That's just like the kids.
But I'm way too old to be doing that.
Yeah, the recovery time.
So I like make all my videos and post all my stuff and then post it all for the week. This way the kids can really, my goal is for them to be able to do it whenever they are able to. And as long as I get the stuff by Friday, hopefully. Do you hear that, students? Just make sure you're posting things by Fridays.
That's a fantastic segue. I was going to say, is there anything out there that you would like your students to do more of or do better at?
I've been having some issues with them submitting my attendance Google form, but I'm hoping that an adjustment on my end is making that easier for this week.
Okay.
And then just reaching out, contacting me if there's an issue. If they're having a problem, just send me a message. I check my messages constantly. I have everything on my phone that's always on me, and I try and message them back immediately. So
yeah,
I'm going to apologize now if my dogs start barking.
That's okay. It's part of we're getting an insight into Mrs. Cunningham's real life. You have
tennis. Stop it.
Sounds like
here, I'm gonna act. I think what you gotta do. So
okay.
Here, I'll show you. He's a very big dog. I don't know if you can see him there.
Yep.
But
it's like
so we have 2 dogs.
You have 2 dogs, Tanis and Zara.
Tanis and Zara.
Where's Zara at?
Zara is, I'm not sure if she's outside. She might be outside. She's a little bit more well-behaved than Tanis. But usually she is upstairs sleeping.
Gotcha.
She doesn't really socialize very much with us. So,
it's her world. You're living in her house.
We're just bothering her most of the time.
I understand. Is there anything out there, just to go back to the students, is there anything that you would be willing to share with them that you've been doing as far as are you watching a show? Are you reading a book? Are you learning a skill? Anything like that you'd share?
I wouldn't quite say that I'm learning any skills. I have been doing puzzles. So for those
I know you're a big puzzle person
that know me and see me in the media center doing that puzzle, I have to say I'm glad I got into that because I had no idea.
Isn't that funny?
It was going to benefit me so much.
Yeah.
So,
therapeutic.
Mr. Cunningham has bought me a bunch of puzzles off of eBay. So I've been doing some of them. I've been posting them on Twitter as I finish. Mm-hmm. And then what else have I been doing? I have my bike on the trainer downstairs in my basement. So I've been riding my bike and watching Nailed It on Netflix.
What's Nailed It?
Nailed It is a baking show. It's like a baking competition between 3 completely like normal people like me who don't bake. And then they give them these like ridiculously like extravagant things to bake.
Okay.
And they never look nice because, I mean, I don't think I've ever baked a cake in my life.
Or do they come out edible?
And sometimes,
That's a bonus.
But they're hilarious. And I think the MC of the show or whoever does the show, that's an MC, right?
Yeah, the host.
I don't know. But yeah, the host is hilarious too.
Okay.
So. And apparently my students just told me that there's a French version on Netflix too. Nailed It France. So I've got to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, so I've been just trying to get outside. I've planted some plants and trying to keep my house clean, but it's impossible.
I hear you. You do what you can, I mean, I sort of feel like we've all gotten to a point where you just try and make it work, and the days obviously are bleeding together a little bit. They blur.
Oh,
but
I just said to Sean, I said, what is today? Tuesday, Wednesday? Like what day is it? I have no idea.
Yeah. So. Would you care to mention what day it is?
It is Tuesday.
Is that your final answer?
It
is Tuesday. I'm giving you a hard time. It's Tuesday. So do you think we're going to go back? You mentioned, I think, off camera that you're not feeling so hot.
I am holding out hope, but I really don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I just can't imagine. I said to Sean last night that if this was February right now, then I could say, okay, yeah, I think we're going to go back. But the fact that the governor is not going to talk to us until May 15th and let us know, if he extends for another 30 days from May 15th, then like that's
right.
Right. Right. So
I don't think there's any more moving the line in the sand back. This is the last line. And the next one is either going to be,
I do wish that he would make the decision sooner and just kind of let us know so that everyone can like kind of wrap their heads around, okay, this is what's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But
if we don't go back, what would you say would be, have you put any thought into how school will do like a graduation or anything?
I don't know. And my heart is breaking for the seniors. I just feel so bad for them to be missing out on this stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know either. I've heard somebody mention the idea that perhaps over Thanksgiving weekend, students would come back nationwide to their respective schools, and you could do things over that weekend, like a delayed prom or a ceremony or something like that. And I thought that was a good idea. But at the same time, now we're thinking in terms of November. I mean, forget May 15th. We're talking this thing going until November. So I don't know. It's so uncharted that I don't even think I can wrap my head around it.
Like,
who knows? We don't. Yeah. Okay.
I can't. If you would have told me, I had assigned. So when we came back from midterms, I had assigned this little article to my students about the coronavirus in Wuhan. Mm-hmm. And if you had told me at the end of January that this is where we would be, mm-hmm. I would have no idea. Agree. I would be like, you're crazy. Like, that's not going to happen.
I tell the story.
To, like, even think about 5 months from now,
mm-hmm.
is just, I can't, because I honestly have no idea. So
yeah, for students that don't know, or people that are watching, Mr. Cunningham was actually one of the first people that started talking about coronavirus that I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember
I remember in the beginning of February, he started going to the supermarket and like buying things and telling me like, oh, Erin, like you have to take this seriously. And I had bunco in February with your wife, and we were all talking about it. And that was the last time that or maybe it was March.
It was this abstract thing.
Was mad that I went to bunco.
Yeah.
And he was like, Erin, you're not taking this seriously. People are not taking this seriously. This is going to get serious. And then like a week later, everything, you know.
It was an abstract thing until it was staring us in the face. I remember he had classes in the media center one day right before all this went down, and he had a bottle of hand sanitizer attached to his book bag. And you would see him doing this.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
And I said, and I said, oh, you're being extra clean or something stupid. And he said, well, coronavirus, you can't be too careful. And I, right to his face, kind of was like, okay, do your thing.
I was doing the same thing.
And now he's got the last laugh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, coronavirus.
You bought some hand sanitizer. Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I found a little hand sanitizer in my purse yesterday, and I'm like,
it's like
I found
gold.
a whole thing of Lysol wipes in the back of like my bathroom closet 2 days ago, and I had no idea they were there, and it was like,
we're gonna get to a bartering system. Hold on to that stuff, you know.
I know, it was crazy. So
on the off chance, let's just say, crazier things have happened. We end up going back to school. What would like be one of the first things you do? What do you kind of, maybe something that you took for granted that you say, I really miss this about school?
Well, gosh, I really honestly just miss the conversations with my friends. My friends are all of you guys at school. And I love hearing the stories from my students, and that's what I miss. I miss the daily, chit chat in the office and walking down the hallway and dancing. And
I think anybody worth their salt was
in my office on a video that I'm taking for my students to hopefully watch.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's a little bit different than dancing in my classroom.
I hear you. What would you say is the best part about Pitman High School? What's the best thing?
I think the relationships that we all have.
And by the way, I forgot, you're at the middle school as well, not to cut you off. Pitman schools in general.
I'm still sticking with the relationships that we have with our students and that we have with each other. I really feel like a family with you guys, and I miss seeing everyone.
Aw. It's funny because maybe, I'm sure this is true in other towns, but you decided to put roots down in Pitman. I've done the same thing, and not that everybody has to. We're all part of the same family, but I do think it's amazing how many of us are invested in I'm not saying this to brown nose, but how many of us are truly invested in the town. I mean, my wife and I are even talking about well, where can we order dinner from in town to support the local businesses?
Yeah, we just actually walked down to the bakery because they opened up, I think today was their first day back.
Okay.
So we ordered donuts online and paid online, and then we took a walk downtown to the bakery, and they met us outside and passed off their donuts and cupcakes.
It's a great day for it. Great day to walk down there.
It's beautiful out. I'm glad that places are open so we can start, supporting them again. I'm really sad about the Merriman's restaurant.
I'm sure they will make up for lost time once they open.
Yeah. I just can't imagine. I feel so bad. Okay, they're opening.
They're ready to open. Yeah, the sign is hung. You know what?
Literally March 17th.
Thanksgiving. We'll catch up with you guys at Thanksgiving.
But yeah, it's nice to see the restaurants and things that are still open. I love being in this town. I'm glad that I live here. And like when I do walk around, I do see people out and that I know.
Yeah.
And so I am getting a little bit of that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. I didn't think of it that way, that we miss not only our connection with the people that we work with and the students at school, but our neighbors and the businesses that we, like to go to and things like that.
Yeah.
You hear me, Kelly Green? You hear me? Anyway, this is time for the poll questions. Are you familiar with this? Have you seen any other videos?
I have.
Okay,
I'm lying. I really haven't.
Oh, no problem. It's okay.
I was like, yeah. Oh, yes, maybe I should be honest here, because I honestly don't know what I'm doing.
This is the part of the video where I let you pick a bowl question. And in one bowl, I have all questions related to me, naturally. In the other bowl, I have all, these are famous Dewey Decimal numbers. So if you can get the right Dewey number, you win. So I'm going to let you pick a question out of the bowl. And if you get it right, you will, I'll buy you lunch or, do something nice. Maybe we'll have a pizza party or something like that at school. So which bowl would you like to pick a question out of? Me or Dewey Decimal numbers?
I'm going to go with you.
All right. Me.
Yep.
Seems to be a popular choice thus far. So I'm going to mix the questions up. All right.
I'm just nervous about the Dewey Decimal System. It's been a long time, Pat.
They're general numbers, they're famous numbers. It's not like they're super obscure, So I'm going to pick the question. All right.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here we go. I'm just going to pick a random question. All right. You should.
I have like memories of being. Oh, you know what I actually really miss, Pat?
What?
Is the Chinese buffet.
I know. We'll get back there. We're going to have a lot of meals to catch up on when all this is over.
I never thought.
For those that don't know, some of us at the high school enjoy a collegial lunch on payday Fridays, and we go out to the Chinese buffet, and because of the restrictions of the school day and the bells, we have to be back in time for class. You have never seen adults consume this quantity of food in this amount of time. It's a challenge to each and every one of us. And then we come back and we're basically like, we feel ill for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And we forget that feeling of illness by the time the next meal rolls around. What?
You picking at the and like opening the question just now reminded me of the fortune cookie.
Well, we'll get back there. So here's the question. All right. Here we go. What high school and college did I graduate from?
You went to Glassboro.
Correct.
And you went to Fordham.
Correct. Very good. Can you name the mascot for each for bonus points?
Glassboro is the Bulldogs.
Yes.
And Fordham, oh gosh. Is there alliteration between?
No.
It's
an animal.
I am not a fan of like schools that don't use alliteration for their mascots.
But what would Fordham be? Like the Foxes?
Fordham Knights.
But that's not alliteration.
No. Oh, no. Oh, you want me to come up with one?
Yeah.
Fordham. Ooh, the Foxes. That's a good one. Love me a good fox.
Alas, they're the Rams.
Chloe made me put on this like beautiful like diamond, fake diamond necklace today.
Yeah. And I love it. Just to bring it back to you for a second, you are a JMU, James Madison.
Yeah.
And
once again, they're a Duke dog.
They're the Duke dogs?
No alliteration there.
Yeah, no. And where did you go to high school? I know I went
to Paul VI. And it's the Eagles. Once again, no alliteration. Yeah. Come on, people.
Well, we take for granted that we're the Pitman Panthers.
It's just such a great mascot.
Yeah.
It has good flow. Pitman Panthers.
How about this? Pat Palomeni, Pitman Panthers. I mean, I was destined for this.
Good. You were made for this. You were made to be with us, Pat.
Yes. Nowhere else. So
let's see. The Fordham. It's not the Fordham Knights.
Oh, they're the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Yeah, it's okay. I was going to ask you just a couple more questions, and then we'll wrap up. What would you say is the best part of being my friend? And if we're not friends, my colleague. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Chloe.
Wait, the best part of being your friend?
Or colleague, depending on how you view our relationship.
Well, I consider you my friend.
Thank you. I consider you my friend.
I think you are just so funny. You have a great sense of humor, and
I can't do this. Now, let's move on to the next question.
No, listen, you know what? My mom loves you too.
I love your parents.
For those of you who don't know, Mr. Palomini was in my wedding.
Yes, I was.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So my parents know him, and they just, everyone who meets you is like, that guy is just so pleasant. I mean, you are.
Pleasant.
You always are
Pleasant.
So nice.
I'm like vanilla ice cream, pleasant. That's nice. Listen, before I let you go, is there anything you would like to say to your students or staff or people that are watching this at home?
Yeah, sure. To my students and the staff, I miss you guys. I wish we were together, but we will be together again soon enough. Stay healthy, wash your hands, don't go out if you don't need to. And yeah,
that's great.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. There is no plan B. We have no choice. This is how we're doing it now. I love it.
Yeah, and if you're struggling, definitely reach out to someone who you trust to talk to. I know that the change in schedules and the change in routine is oftentimes hard for people. So just make sure you're, not left alone to your own thoughts.
I love it. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. And I hope you stay safe and healthy, and Chloe and Sean and everything. And when this is over, we will we'll make up for lost time. I have no doubt.
Yep. Can't wait.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Well, listen, thanks for doing this.
Thank
And
you.
we'll talk soon.
All right. Sounds good. Bye, Pat.
Bye. Bye.